What are we doing? All right! Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Togetherwerole.
Yay!
And without that, it's been a month. David, please help me for sanity's sake.
Oh, sure. Guess what? You might recall EHR Books from last campaign. EHR Books has actually got a new item out, and it is stunningly gorgeous. Realms of the Raven's Daughter from EHR Books. 38 new character subclasses, 95 new spells, 114 new magic items, 15 new deities, 7 new races, 19 new NPCs, 27 new monsters, and it keeps going. EHRbooks.com, check them out. But also, hey, they got something else coming on as well, a Kickstarter. They did a Kickstarter for this guy that was fully funded, and now they're doing a Kickstarter for this guy right here, which is Shadowmancer of Tarragondra, and I'm going to throw an ad up here for us so you guys can read it. But this is coming out as a Kickstarter starting on June 1st, 2025, and if you pre-back now, you'll get a hidden Easter egg when it comes out. So take a look. Go out to ehrbooks.com and pick up your copy. I got mine. You got yours? And also, I just wanted to cover one other thing as well, and that is this guy right here. EHR Books also does clothing for D&D sessions, right? You got to dress for D&D. So I haven't even looked at these. I've just kind of felt in here, and I'm going to pull one out here. Let's see here. We've got some for everybody, and this is t-shirts, custom D&D t-shirts that she did out on her site.
All
here.
right,
So
yes.
yeah.
I completely forgot we did
So
that.
let's see here. Oh wait, oh my gosh, there's so many of them.
And they just keep talking and they just keep
Okay,
coming and they just...
so Nicholas, this one here is yours.
Nah, you give it over here.
Give me it.
Thank you.
Give me it.
Let's see here. This one. Who got our purple
I think that was me.
D&D 20? Yeah, but feel the fabric.
Oh, that's
such
fabric.
nice.
You're like, oh,
Smells
it's
like
gonna be
nerds.
soft.
Got the other purple one.
Well, didn't
Oh
need
yeah, okay. So that one. And that one's here. See, so here's mine. Anyway, it keeps on going. These are all out on ehrbooks.com.
Quick change.
Go take a look. Go look them up. We're gonna do a little fashion show here, I think, next time.
Did you just put on
Looks
that
like
on now?
yours.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
I
I
was
think
wearing
Miles, this one
tank
must
top
be yours.
under this.
Yeah. Wait.
Oh, I know.
There's our ranger.
Woo woo. It's for me.
Right to the.
Very
There you
good.
go. All right. I'm gonna go put this on here in a moment.
I already did.
You already did? Oh my God.
Well,
Look at
watch.
you.
Quick change.
Quick change. Look at that. It even matches my yellow color.
And now cut everyone wearing shirts.
That's with you.
All right. Thanks again. ehrbooks.com. You're awesome. Thank you. And
Thank you.
yeah, look forward to going through and reading this guy. All right. Back to you, Nick.
Oh, it's back to me? Okay. Well, without further ado, let's get to another episode of Togetherwerole. Now, to get ourselves back into the situation at hand, last time, with the possible name of a group known as the Loose Shells, maybe, kind of working with it here. At least, unless you guys changed it in mid
I
the
like
month that transitioned between last
It
game and
sounds
this
like
game.
pasta to me, but it is what it is.
It's subjective. We're all crazy. It could mean pasta.
Everybody likes pasta.
Everyone loves pasta.
Unless it's in pasta, they were all loose.
So, either way, last time we left our intrepid adventurers that may or may not take the group name the Loose Shells. It is TBD still. You were set off to gather information and see if the chief of security was dead, missing, or other. You found a crash site in... Bye, David. Didn't want him anyway. He dies. You guys actually got to the location after a long rest and handling the internal demons. Found the chief of security that was trying to get your attention subtly, and he was doing a good sleight of hand check, but unfortunately, as he was doing a little mirror check to let you know, saying, "I'm alive!" silently, of course, as he was surrounded by a horde of undead.
Oh no.
Yes. Oh my! From a fake train crash site. The zombies rolled a natural 20 on their perception check and saw that there was meat on the menu. Thus, you had to act quickly. With a lot of assistance from the not-so-crazy Aussie heavy hand, firing off a fuck-off artillery shell at close range.
Yeah,
in
we
every
didn't
sense
need
of
our
the
ears.
word.
What?
You guys somehow managed to save a horribly injured Dragonborn.
Hooray.
Tee-hee.
There might have been more than one close range fuck off shell.
Yeah, there was
Maybe.
multiple, and not all of them were from Aussie.
No.
No. Mr. Or Captain Rogar is his normally referred to. Thank you for his rescue. Told you a bunch of, stuff that was told as someone was basically doing the evil monologue of victory as his legs were broken as he was under a degrade. To say that he's a little pissed off, but handling it very well, because technically he had almost 16 hours while under debris that was slightly burning to process his emotions. But that'll be later. As you guys had a drinking session, a short rest pass, maybe an hour, hour and a half, as you were drinking, talking, explaining, talking, who to go next. And I think, if I remember correctly, you guys were going your main route of suspect that you wish to interrogate next, or at least find back at the Mr. Archive of the situation at hand, is the Drow Lady herself. Our Mistress Val, V-A-L, is what she normally introduces herself as. But before you were able to do anything else, and before you even got back remotely close back to the Mr. Archive, you were boarded by various clunking and zipline sounding of basically grapple guns. Oh, speaking of which,
Uh-oh.
I reworded a little bit of the grappling hook. So those that do have the grappling hook, please rip them in half, and I shall give you these guys. And these are just reworded so that they are a little bit more clear in terms of what they offer and what they provide. Even though I'm like, oh yes, I know what they mean. Don't you know what they mean?
Ow.
So please pass that around. And if you find more than you had to rip up, guess what? You found another one in the drawer. Because Ozzy leaves them around. Let's just be frank.
They're kind of a utility item on the train like this.
I'll be longer
Seriously. Especially when
definitely
the trains
fit
are
in the plastic sheet.
suspended and stuff like that. So
We have a spare.
I don't know. Did
Brian now has one.
there
Congratulations.
should have been just 6.
yes? No, I didn't know if Brian had. Oh,
There
it
should have
was
been just 6.
totally
Who did not take one?
You didn't take. I don't think there were that many, were
I
there?
don't have them.
You found more in the drawer, man.
I don't know.
They're like tape guns.
Yep.
Just like a tape gun, it's empty again.
It's like, God damn it. Yeah.
Actually, that's a pretty fun weapon. You go and wraps him. It's like a
Anyway.
it's a tape gun.
We're getting ahead of ourselves.
That's some Looney Tunes.
You were boarded by what looks to be the Missile Archive security personnel and clearly religious zealots that were those that recognized it immediately from the Ilaran theocracy that are on the other side, both entering from either side of the train cart that you are in the bar, covering both exits unless you count the windows. In that case, you could jump out a window, but the two main exits are blocked at this time, even though they came in with high intent. The two clear, identifiable leaders did not give the immediate slaughter everything. Before we get to one of them speaking and a little bit of description, we're going to go into bullet time. As it has been a month, is there any clarification questions whatsoever before we get into it to remind yourself of the current situation?
I'm great at improv.
I say, aside from the monk sleeping in a chair,
Good court.
everyone else is at the bar, yes?
Everyone was at the bar except for Ozzy, which is driving the train.
Right.
No idea that this is going on. So, the Dragonborn, the Golden Dragonborn miniature is the... sorry, we can't do that anymore. So, instead of that, I'm going to pass out our new little toys. I thought we were going to get a little fancy, especially since we don't want them to line the
Yes. Yes.
So I decided to get these nice little pointy sticks.
Yes.
So you can pass it around, do
Everyone
color
gets one.
coding,
Please give
and
me
all
the
that.
green one.
Oh, I want the yellow.
Ah,
I'm gonna have
purple.
the yellow.
Purple.
Green.
And I hope
Yes.
it's there to your understanding.
There we go.
With these trains and specifically
Want a
different
the
color?
covering that they have,
I mean, if you,
do
if
not
you don't want the dark
use
one, I'll take
do
the
not
colors.
use lasers in this kind of situation.
We blinded half the group last session.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Wow,
So
these are
jeez.
Are you serious? Oh, wow.
Seriously.
Wait, no, that one's
Oh,
fun.
that one's mine.
So sorry. The dope
It's because I'm way over.
It's also
here.
really long.
Exactly.
I figured that was the one that was yours.
For some reason, I thought this was a different finger.
So,
It did look like it.
Actually,
you know, there was a couple of them like that, but this is more fun because like you can tap.
No, immediately I'm like,
Okay, so now
Yes.
you gave a bunch of nerds toys, and now we're completely off topic.
Oh yeah. So you're all
amazing
dead.
sword you didn't
Brandon
break out.
Shields. Yeah.
sorry, we got to stim for a
So-
second.
This is gonna become like war games.
Oh yeah. It's perfect. They were awesome. Thank you, Amazon, for allowing me to purchase this off you.
Yeah, it's
for
literally just like war games.
absolutely
Again,
no,
over here.
with absolutely no percentage off. Anyway, so this is Captain Rogar. This is Brian Latner's character that may or may not be going on an alias name. You never know with him. Please place your characters not in a strategic location in the area that characteristically made sense for what you remember from dialogue
The
last
tapping
time.
makes
so-
me happy.
When the medical stuff was in the car,
In that same cart.
it was in here.
Yeah, there's a
'cause
lever
I thought
that-
we were all in here. Sorry.
No, this cart, this bar
Back of the
cart,
train?
with that one. Nathan, I have two of these. I can chuck one of them. Okay, so
We're stimming.
the bar cart with your natural 20 on top of a natural 20 on top of a natural 20
I'm gonna stand on
with
top
luck
of the bar.
checks. That
many
bar
rows?
cart has a lever to turn the bar into a full-blown medical bay.
Good.
So I'm gonna have to find a medical bay version and just hot swap it out when you pull the lever. But for now, please don't pull the lever because I don't have it ready at the moment. So that is the same cart that you did the medical procedures. Oh, speaking of which, I forgot when I gave you all the magical potions. I forget that these were not on the item cards because I had these to hand out. So here you go. This is what happens when you do natural 20 luck checks. So
Yes.
you have them, and trust me, I'm not giving you to now. It's like, oh, they're gonna die. It's like, no, I wanted to give them to you
Oh, this
prior.
is a
I
lot
just
of health
forgot.
items.
Yeah.
Huh, that's some weird music. This is an oddly open space.
The
Hey
game's
guys,
obviously-
we got full ammo here.
Wow.
Something's about to go down.
Chest full of scrolls of Revivify.
What? Oh, you're laying down.
That's a
because
lot
you're
of
asleep.
diamonds.
Where
There's a whole bunch of gold. There's a whole bunch of healing potions. The game is auto-saved.
It's like, why is there a pile of corpses right here?
That's an odd number of.
There's a way down,
a lot
no
of
way back up.
ammunition.
I am looking for. Ah, there it is. So
What did you do?
It's like a boss fight.
going once, going twice on questions. Well, first of all, did everyone put their miniatures on the table?
Yes.
You want to put bonded
Oh, you haven't-
imp on the
The imp is currently. Last time I described the imp,
You guys.
this is a mistake.
I'm sorry.
No,
Please don't pick your
Jeff was
nose.
hanging
Yeah.
out. Jeff was hanging out.
Is it Jeff with a G or Jeff
We were
with a
pointing
J?
each other out.
With a J. Last time I checked, he was physically in the bar, like he was in the cupboards. But you can definitely put him on the field if you so desire.
I don't know.
The next edition on next episode is going to be a spray bottle.
I don't know if
So
that's
you're
a
we're all
good
getting
idea.
wet?
Oh, no, wait. No.
It's going to be hit with pepper spray.
Oh no.
You know, it's a good thing he didn't get the ones that were this, because otherwise I would be like,
The game would have stopped. We'd still be doing it. Any questions?
Going once, going twice. Any questions about the story so
yeah,
far?
exactly. DM's for
I have one question.
One question.
Why are we still asking questions?
You know, I ask that every day. All right. So that said, before we get to the situation, I sold this campaign as a steampunk western. You guys, even though you have not had a long rest, technically leveled up when you were at a bar. That cannot get more western than that. You were drinking a hard, stiff one, talking about the upcoming situation.
Silence.
There's a stiff drink, all right?
Nothing
Fuck
like
off.
a hard, stiff one.
Yeah.
Yep.
You're fired.
Hey, he said it.
Can't say shit in this
You
house.
laughed.
Thus, in this situation, and this will be usable in the future, now that it's being put in here, you found a hidden situation. You may choose one. You may, well, first of all, you all go back to max health. If you spent any hit dice last time, you did not spend those hit dice. You just went to max health. And you may choose one of the following to obtain your future content of your level 4 characters early before the long rest. You may choose the either A, early ability score improvement, or feat, because that's interchangeable.
Mobile.
Yep. Boost in hit dice, so you can choose your hit point maximum to go up if you so desire. Or you may gain advantage on initiatives.
Advantage on mission.
I like feet.
That's
Yes.
weird.
I'll
Because
take
of
my
bonfire.
feet. I got three hit points.
I already have advantage on initiative.
This is why there's options.
Double advantage on initiative.
You're going first.
Roll 3 dice.
Or, if you so desire, there's also something called a fate wink.
Fate? What?
A fate wink.
Like the wake of a boat.
No, like a wink
Oh.
of a fate.
Oh.
AKA, you get inspiration to re-roll one d20 of your choice. But you have to choose one of those 3/4 options that I just provided.
Can you save the fate wink?
Of
for,
course.
Like, a future thing? I'll
Yeah.
take that. I can wait. for
You
my-
can wait.
I
So
can
you
wait.
take the fate point.
I'll
Is
take
it
the
separate
fate
from
point.
our level?
No, this is when because you leveled up when you were at a bar, and you never know when that's going to happen kind of situation, because I don't tell you your XP gains until after the game. You leveled up while at the bar, thus you have these special options. Because it is a steampunk cowboy western. So these are special.
Just fits.
You can choose one of the following, which is technically 5. You can get early access to your level 4 ability score improvement or feat, because it's interchangeable. You can do boosting your hit dice, so to get your basic level 4 hit points. You can do the advantage on initiative, because you got that edge on you. And then you also do the faint wink. If you can choose one of the 3/5. So you chose the fate wink.
I think I'll be
Monk,
okay without
mobile.
my other level 4.
You're
stuff
choosing your
that's over there.
feet. You're feeling good. That cat nap really helps. Where's the lizard nap? Anyway,
I don't know if I've got feats and things like that.
well, you better decide fast.
So I'm deciding. I'm doing initiative.
You're doing initiative?
Oh,
I'm doing initiative.
Initiative.
come fast.
Miss Bunny here.
Feet.
Feet. And you're doing a pistolier. Which is funny because you're a 2-foot-tall rabbit with 2 hand cannons that can arguably send you flying.
Dick.
Oh, and we have our elf here.
Yeah, I'll take the feet.
Feet, and you're doing sharpshooter.
Sharpshooter.
I wish I had a shot sound effect, like the echoing, like ricochet sound. Anyway,
I'll take the fate wink.
the fate wing. Hey.
Join me, brother.
It's money.
And yes, I will say, in order to participate in the bar, you had to have a stiff drink. That does not give you like, oh, you have to make Constitution saving throws. Like, no, it's just cowboy logic here.
So more of that dwarven stuff that we had earlier.
That will put you on to get the longer beard.
Yeah.
I had some old-fashioned Coca-Cola.
Old-fashioned Coca-Cola.
The really old-fashioned kind
That's
of
a
cocaine.
yeah,
in
with
it.
the
Exactly, that's why I'm faster. I'm mobile.
You know Coca-Cola was made
It's
by a
speed.
lich lord here.
Oh no.
Anyway, so we get back away from the bullet time. You're in the cart, and I shall start placing miniatures down now that everyone's in the spot that they choose.
Let me make sure that I'm actually on top of. Okay, I am actually on top of the bar. We're good.
Very well. In that case, where'd you go? Here we go. Mr. Wine,
Yes, sir.
if you could assist. So these are the minions. Here, let me explain first of all. So these, so we're going to do this one first.
Okay. And you're closest. Would you be able to
And
help out?
This is gonna be the constant thing.
Yeah, so this one's going to be front and center. Remember, there's a 5-foot gap. Please be careful.
And they fall off the
Okay.
tray to die.
So what you're saying, you want to mine together?
So that one's front and center.
Just place it.
Jesus.
Committed to the
I'm
bit.
gonna hit you guys. No, he's in the cart. He fully stepped in. We have his two subordinates, which look to be religious fighters of the type that are scoring him up on either side.
Please.
The lizard takes 10 points of damage. And then we have some sort of clerical police that are in between the train carts. They're in the space in between of each cart.
Oh shoot, I'm in the wrong place. Dang it. Too late to move it now, isn't it?
Unless you gave a damn good reason
So they're
why
between.
on this-
They're,
'Cause I
those
was-
two
I
are
was-
between the
Because
cars.
there is a space in between
Right,
the carts.
there's the
So
connections,
Yeah,
yeah.
there's the connection.
I
Yeah.
just remembered the last. I was working on healing dude here.
Okay, yeah, I'll allow it. You
I
can't
was
change it
feeling
now,
lonely.
though, right?
Yep, that's
This
fine.
was your one oopsies.
Yep, you got it.
Oopsie daisy.
Who are you changing?
It's just trying to remember what
Who
we
are
were
you
doing
healing?
before.
You gotta make sure you scratch your head.
Now,
There you go. There you go.
I didn't realize that I was right
That-
next to them.
place that one
I'm-
front
I'm
and center on the
asleep.
direct opposite
So you
side.
just
Yep.
walk in to
and
kind
take
of
him, yeah, and move him forward a little bit.
Wrong finger.
He has 4 subordinates
Boy.
that entered with him.
Oh, there's a lot of people in this train.
Oh, it's gonna get crowded.
a little
This is one of those things
smaller.
where, like the lizard sleeps
Than I
like on its
remember
back,
it
like
Yeah,
being.
spread
like
or
square him up.
curl
in
up
the
in a ball.
situation. Now,
Just
I'm putting the miniatures
folded.
on the field, but we're going into role play. Yeah?
That's a cool whip.
I don't see a car.
Yep.
It's not a work in progress.
And
I'm pretty sure it's
then-
finished.
Put the
Wait.
next 4, which look to
The
be
cool
like
whip.
roguish, faster moving individuals,
I'll wait
in
for it.
between, and then onto this area here. Because there's not enough room for them. So they're going to put them like right here kind of situation.
The viewers have all discovered we have
A little bit.
autism.
Because it goes from that cart to all the way over here.
These are the roofs, right? Because it's been a month. This
Those
is
are
the
the
roof
roofs.
of the
Correct.
car.
So just to, I keep
Right.
ripping
So
that thing
these
off.
two here. This is the roof to this.
Yes.
That's the
So
roof
the
to
very
that. This
back
is the
part-
roof to that.
Yeah, so this is the back cart over here. And then it goes to this cart over here, which connects to that one, and then it connects to this one, and then connects to, sorry guys, connects to that one.
Then that's the front.
Yeah,
Wait,
that's,
so you're saying
Make
that
sure
this
the
is the
viewers
roof to
still
this
pay
one?
These are all the front of the
This is the
train.
roof to
This
this
is all the
one?
back
Yes.
of the train.
And this one is
It
the
goes
roof to
this way.
yes.
And this one is the roof to this one.
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So this is the roof to this one.
See, this is the roof to that one.
Okay.
Yes, there you go.
Got it.
Every time
Very
you quiet, all you
good.
hear is the bulbous gate.
See, no. This is the roof to that one.
Swing. Swing.
Every time you point, just imagine the
Swing.
boulder's gate
Yeah.
being when you try to point something
Swing,
out.
swing, swing, swing.
Don't make me pull out
As the
the
air,
laser.
first of all, the noise immediately opens up after the clunk, 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 and clear sounds of rip wires and cords and other magical effects as teleportation capabilities of a small platoon of soldiers enter the cart on either side of your bar. As you see Captain Rogar, first of all, Captain Rogar doesn't get up. He just kind of just side eyes on both sides, but seems to heavily rely on one side of the cart. The first presence that you feel is more of the spiritual side. This wakes you up immediately, Mr. Sleeping Lizard. You feel a cold presence, as if the air itself is seized and held into place. As if a razor edge has been placed on your minds
Ah.
in a form of a fine needle
Ah.
that encourages, no, demands obedience. And you can feel that presence, that paladin's air, coming from one specific religious zealot-looking individual, covered from head to toe. And we're talking about, so you guys are from cowboy western world text, steampunk stuff, right? This guy's straight out of a traditional religious zealous dragons and knights fantasy tale. Completely different region of the world. He is full plated armor that's gleaming in silver and platinum colors, with symbols of the Bahamut dragon across his from top to bottom, and you can swear you smell a burning incense that are wafting off of him. His helmet is down, but you can see a little bit of a silvery platinum glow that emanates from the cracks of his helm. as he's currently holding, tipped down, immediately, whether he wanted to or not, because of how sharp that thing is, sunk into the wooden floor of the cart of a great sword that is of clear inquisitor intent symbol at the hilt of the blade. As he just currently rests his gauntlet arm as his posse rolls up either side. Very religious, zealous individuals, flowing cloth, plate armor in front of them with clear, staff wielding, praying. And we're talking about, one of them has a staff that has a symbol of another god tier. Those that immediately know what it is, those that are less religious individuals, I'm not going to say who it is. And another one that has a full-blown, what are they called? It's a ball with the smoke that comes out of it, or the incense as they move around kind of situation. The prayer, it's not prayer.
Thurifer.
Thank you. I always say it wrong, too. Anyway. On the other side of the cart, and those are the smaller group, but definitely not a smaller presence. That is this side of the train.
Oh.
This side of the train that has a lot more numerous individuals. What is everyone's passive perception right off the bat?
Passive?
16.
12.
16?
16.
12.
12, 16?
16.
8.
You notice everything. You notice goddamn everything. Hell, you got more barmaids.
I'm the most charismatic person here.
The party.
With the lowest
Shall
perceptions you could imagine.
On the other side of the train, you get a complete stark contrast of a
Wisdom.
almost shit-eating, chiseled grin, stubby beard, sharp, piercing, almost runic eyes. Is something that those that have 16 or 15 or higher on passive perception, you notice his eyes are not like normal eyes. They're not normal dilated pupils. There's something like almost writing on his eyes that have that unnatural glow and tint about them of bluish fire in his eyes. Robotic right arm, and those with higher passive perceptions realize that it's actually a reinforced steampunk arm that doesn't, he still has his arm in it, but it reinforces his capabilities as an individual. Wearing the classic robes, overcoats, half plate, if not more than half plate, that have all these scrawlings of... What is everyone's languages, real quick?
I think I have Elvish and Infernal. In Common Underdark.
Nope.
Celestial.
Nope.
Draconic.
Common and Goblin.
Undercommon.
Nope.
Druidic, Feather Speech, and Sylvan.
Nope.
Draconic and Undercommon.
I know he is a no. In languages that you don't understand, but they seem primal, just written languages. Not carelessly, but they're bigger than they're supposed to be in terms of regular arcana of scrawling in the scrolls kind of situation. It's one central rune or something on his chest, his arms, his eyes, and other parts that his coat is currently covering. Clearly armed with melee potential, as you see two warhammers on either side of his hip. As he's looking over you and kind of catches everyone at the bar, sees... What is your initial reaction as these guys entered, but kind of stopped after a few steps inside?
Well, shit.
Hey, you're just drink.
Okay. Is there any immediate reaction?
Do I even notice that they come in since
Oh,
they
you
walked in?
notice it.
Okay.
I mean,
The
you see
doors
this-
are open. You hear the outside Underdark.
that's true.
You still have the rocking of the train and stuff like that.
Right.
It's I pull a couple glasses out of the bar and pour them.
Gentlemen!
Whatever the dwarven stuff is.
Gentlemen, welcome.
Oh, you're trying to...
As I walk just slightly toward the window of the... I just walk ever so slightly, just casually against the bar to the edge of the window.
Okay, so yeah, you kind of make space. Make a deception check, please. Because you're trying to hide your intent there. I can read it off your head.
Am I that obvious?
I'm already next to a window.
You rolled good before we started.
And you're the charismatic guy! This is a deception!
No wisdom.
Oh no.
At all.
Okay, and that is now a 7.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah, I rolled a 2.
Well,
Wow, that
they're
was
going to
critical.
roll.
It wasn't critical.
So the closest individual, which is the paladin individual, for those that are more understanding of the culture, High Inquisitor of Bahamut.
What?
Yeah, he rolled a natural 17. There is no motion in this standing of a pillar, but you feel the intent on your brain that demands obedience just grow a little sharper in your mind as a invisible look of eagerness to finish this overcomes thee.
Did you get mom stared?
I get a mom stare.
Just like try
No,
it.
this
I
is
dare you.
disapproving father stare.
I was gonna say,
even
you
worse.
feel the ethereal chanta hovering above you.
Go on, try it. I'm waiting.
And he's like, "Kid, did he stay away?"
The individual on the opposite side of the train of that, you know what, make a persuasion check. And are you like aiming this to any particular individual? Are you aiming
Just maybe not the paladin.
Okay, so I'm going to roll with regular persuasion. I was going to say with disadvantage if you tried to do the paladin.
That one.
I think our luck has run out.
You brought it. You got the inspiration,
You have
right?
the
You
fake
picked
die.
inspiration.
You have the wink.
So that is technically, if we -5, that is 2.
Yeah. So do you want to keep the 2?
Oh boy.
Nope, I'm keeping it 2. We'll go with it.
Okay.
I mean, there's
so
nothing inherently bad. You're just
I'm
trying
just,
to
I'm
offer
just
it.
offering them extremely
as a person that knows
questionable
bar stuff,
alcohol.
please tell me what happens to add a little flavor to your natural 1 as you pour out a couple of drinks.
So he gets a couple of rocks glasses and he spins them on the bar and he pulls out the ice and he spins them in the spinning glass and he pours the dwarven stuff, and as he pours it, it just melts through the glasses.
You found the acid that was part of the medical.
It's just, the dwarven stuff. Sometimes it's a bad vintage.
You weren't
So now
looking.
there's a
Bad
small,
vintage.
there's now a hole, a fist-sized hole in the bar, and you see even Rogar's just like, oh, because it's like fine.
Cough and just slide a coaster over the hole.
The coaster goes through. Yeah. So the individual that is dressed in the Mistral Archive security personnel kind of just goes, right. Right. So keep your hands on the side. If you have any weapons, drop them immediately. If you make any hesitation whatsoever, we are given strict access to kick your asses into oblivion. Congratulations! You are wanted by the Mistral Archive for harboring a fugitive and stealing a relic from their halls without permission. The big man himself, the man with that is apparently greasy tits out, has sent us to collect.
That mother.
I'm afraid you're gonna have to explain that a little bit. Just a little bit. Just.
It is not your place to understand. It is the place to put your hands where I can see them.
Oh, I mean, you can see him. I'm just confused by greasy tits.
That is fair.
Since he is the one that told us to take those things and come here.
No.
That's quite a story, but I'm not here, one, with a fugitive that stole a train and try and get out of this place with a bunch of apparent valuable art pieces inside? Is that what you did, big boy? Rogar is so... Captain Rogar is so fucking pissed off right now. You guys have a single action, not like action, you have a single thing you can do if you want to do something that is wordless.
That is what?
That is wordless. Like if you want to look at someone, and I'm going to remind you, insight checks are real.
Yeah, which is what I'm trying to do. I want to look around and want to see if there's anything that I can glean from their stuff that I recognize from my parents' bullshit.
Okay, so let's make it more specific because you don't have enough time, or you're not in the right location to get a beat on everyone at the same time. So who do you look at first to do this insight check?
I want to know if either of these guys are on the same side.
I mean, I'll leave that for you.
That's what I'm looking for.
Remember, you don't know each other's current opinion, so you might do something similar, and you might get different answers based off your current position and knowledge. But Morgan,
Interesting.
your insight is going towards Vision.
The guy that's kind of the guy that's speaking and the paladin, if they're kind of in the same line of
So
sight.
the leader of the security personnel of the Mistral Archives.
Yeah,
Because you
and-
can see like Mistral Archive security.
And is he also the one who's kind of glowing a little bit?
Well, his eyes are glowing.
Right. Well, okay.
But what do you mean by glowing a little bit?
Well, you'd mentioned that through his helmet you can see a little bit of glowing. So if that's his eyes, then never
Yeah,
mind.
and well, his eyes are glowing, and you can tell there's something wrong with his pupils. There's like, I don't want to say fiendish, but like kind of like there's something supernatural to them. He's done something to his like physical fleshy eyes. They're not mechanical or anything, but there's something very powerfully like primordial magic inside of it. You don't know the language that you're reading, but you are smart enough. Roll an Arcana check just for freebie.
Oh no. What?
3.
Weird magic. Definitely not elven. Definitely not infernal.
Wasn't a wine, all right?
Yeah,
We've got
you
a
notice
two,
that his
two and a-
there's like other
two and a three
rune
and a three.
carvings across his body that are the different parts
Can
of the
I kind
equipment.
of just like slide eyes over to him to see if to Rhaegar and just see like if who he's looking at? 'Cause-
So are you doing a insight on? Well, go on.
No. What I want to do is look where he's trying to look where he's looking, like specifically.
Make an insight on Rogar.
You know what I
This
mean?
this is more than just seeing where he's looking. This is looking and reading what Rogar is also thinking.
Well, sort of. Like I just kind of want to see who he's focusing on, and then try to get some insight on the person he's specifically kind
That
of
would
more
be an
focused
insight
on.
check.
So
That is a definition of an insight check.
cool. Let's do it. Why? Okay, hold on.
Oh no.
Wait,
It's okay.
10.
You're doing it
10?
sequentially.
Wait, no, take that back. 12.
We got
12.
too silly.
Going once. Going twice. Is your stout helping you? Is your stout helping you?
Oh,
Stoat.
stoked.
Sorry, stoat. Is this stout stoat?
I don't think so because I don't think that she could.
That's not the point. Is as a familiar companion that they can just give you help
Oh, yeah, I get it.
on a lot of stuff.
She could.
And one of the things that is
Emotional
weird, you can have that
Hey, Jeff,
stoat
could you help?
give the help action for death saving throws. Explain that.
All right,
but
so-
anyway,
Tiny CPR.
So is it the? Is it,
no. That stoat has like a defibrillator on it.
Yeah. How come my
so is
stoat
the, so
is
is the
hot
10
ball?
insight doesn't hit, right? So then I need to
Puts
see
pressure
if
on the
we need a
bleeding.
help action to.
She's just giving you the help action.
Okay,
Call
so-
it emotional support.
Okay, so I roll again.
Yes,
Just cuddles on your neck
So
and purrs.
it's a good thing you don't have a cat
18.
for
18.
because it would just put its paws over your mouth.
This is just, and this is a little bit of helping to explain what I'm willing to give in terms of having animal companions that I'm not going to immediately kill. So, anyway, as you're looking over to Captain Rogar, big lizard dragonborn himself, he's playing it pretty cool. And you can tell this man lives in the House of Deceit in terms of, like, he has to maintain a poker face for the people that he commands, for the people that he has to deal with, which are unscrupulous people or people that have been dealt with a poor hand and so on. Point is, he has to keep that poker face, and he's very good at it. You can tell that he has maybe a little bit of roguish tendencies behind there with the 18 insight. You know that there is a currently buckling door of rage that is looking towards the leader of the Mistral Archive that is currently speaking.
Okay.
So for me, the right side of that train, so over here. But for you is the one closest to you. The human that is speaking that has the weird eyes. But with the 18 insight, you also notice that he doesn't fully trust the people that he's drinking with right now. He just got betrayed, and he's looking at the potentially flammable liquid in front of him. That is the expensive bar. And he's a dragonborn with a breath weapon.
Oh.
It does come back into sharpness.
Okay. So can I just kind of give?
So he's thinking multiple things, and he's on the edge of, if there's even hesitation from the people around me, I'm not going to go quietly.
Right. Can I just kind of give him like an imperceptible, just like,
Make a persuasion
Just wait.
check.
just wait. Let's see. Oh, that'll help. Oh, that's gonna be fun. 24.
24. How would you like to persuade him?
Just kind of just, I don't know, to do the best to communicate, kind of just looking at him and just be like, just wait. Just hang on.
He doesn't say anything, but
No, but I just a.
you
I
notice
wouldn't
that the
either.
glass that he was holding onto is cracking. Just a hairline crack as his talons
It's
are
just a not yet. Just a little just a wordless shake of just like, not yet. Just wait.
You notice with that insight, you notice that he's looking at his empty hands as a physical fighter.
Something extra.
That's all you can get right now, and this is like within a few seconds, like half a second, and you guys are looking around at this landing. Bridget, is there anything you're doing?
I'd like to see if any of the windows are unlocked.
We were firing through
Make
them
a
earlier.
perception check.
We were firing through them earlier.
Yes. So some of them are unlocked.
However, he wasn't in that room. He wasn't in there, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
I know what the answer is, but he doesn't. Because I was shooting through them earlier.
Oh no, this is an excellent way to start things off of like checking your exit, checking possibilities.
19.
19. There, you remember there's a couple of windows, and I'm going to name them off. If I can have a couple of indicators, either with circles or something like that, I'm going to name them off. There were these two they're closed right now because the sound of the train, and you guys were trying to have conversations and stuff like that. So they will most likely be closed. These two up front are definitely unlocked because they were
We can mark them
being shot.
with ducks.
Yeah. So one. So
One
we'll just
duck.
say those. Yeah. So those two, and also this one over here. Duck down
No. Well, okay, I'm okay.
with a
Ducky.
yeah. And you said 19.
Yep.
That's all you get.
Would Jeff be noticeable or unnoticeable?
Not with the 19.
No. I meant Jeff. Like.
Oh, Jeff is in the cupboards. You don't know where Jeff is in the cupboards.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Hopefully he's going to tell.
Mr. Rogue, Perfinius.
So our badges have signal beacons.
Some of them do. If it
Can
says,
Ozzy pick them up? Can I message Ozzy at the front of the train?
if you have the item card, I'm assuming you have it on your body.
Yeah. I was just asking, can Ozzy receive the signal message?
What does it say specifically on there?
And once per day, a badge can transmit a 25-word message to Mistral Archive Security Headquarters or another authorized recipient. Messages encoded can only be understood by authorized personnel.
It's a one-way communication device.
Right, but can I communicate with Ozzy? Or no?
Is he an authorized user?
Ooh. I'm going to roll a luck check on that one. It's a high luck check. Basically, don't roll a 5 or lower.
So,
Going to roll a d20, because that is a very good use of that.
2.
Wait.
No.
You still have Fate Wink. It's a d20 roll.
All right, fine.
All right.
I was trying to save it for something else, but 15.
15, much better. So, as you're going down to it, I'm going to make a sleight of hand check, please. Because you're not just taking out and blatantly starting it, correct?
19 plus 5, 24.
I'm going to roll some dice back here. I'm going to check what their perception is. Oh, sorry. Is that, no, that's Captain Rogar. Actually, Captain Rogar's going to look as well, because he's
19.
Captain Rogar's a little twitchy right now, so he's going to check everyone. You have a plus. You're probably not gonna. Yeah. What about you, my good friend? Okay. So, you don't believe anyone noticed, but you notice Captain Rogar because he has with a draconic face, his eyes are kind of like on the opposite side of his head, kind of situation. Even though it's a little bit more forward-facing, as you know, predator-based organisms. You notice that Rogar's one of his eye, even though his other eye is doing the lizard thing and looking at one direction. You notice that there was a flash of recognition of what you just pressed. So Captain Rogar seems to be aware that you did that.
That's fine. Probably.
Are you just making it a live channel to pick up anything around you in terms of conversations?
No, I just wanted to send him a message. It's like, if you've got security for repelling invaders, get it on.
Okay, so in interpretation, I didn't say this specifically. It's you speak it into it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not a mental thing.
Does Ozzy speak Morse code?
Only one way to find out. I mean, how much of Ozzy's life do you know?
I mean, he's got a mechanical arm. I'm sure
Someone
he's
might.
just tap sign
Do
language
you know
into.
Morse code?
I know sign language.
You know thieves can't.
I do know thieves can't.
Having it open might not be a bad idea.
And they're just having it open line, so he'd be able to hear it.
It's only 25 words.
But you'd be aware that we've been
We
boarded.
can.
So I'm going to say 3 seconds. What are you doing now that it's active?
We're going open channel. It's like, hey, nice of you all to drop by.
Continue the conversation.
And so you know.
As all eyes go towards you, it's just like
Can I use a bonus action?
to find.
My cloak can change on a bonus action.
Yes, it can.
Can I use my bonus action to change the cloak?
Into.
The Sable Syndicate cloak.
Of course.
Yeah, so
Now, are you doing that as like you want them to see it? Or?
yes, very obvious. The cloak just shifts instead of
it
the
shifts-
brown shimmery. It's the black. It's got the big. I think it's the face with the gear, right?
Yes, it's the face with the gear and the side of its head. The foreboding symbol of the Sable Kindred, as everyone recognizes it, as you remember the cannons going off on the broadside of the train, pointed at you, of course.
And then Perfinis' accent is going to shift from his normal accent to something a little bit more akin to what you'd hear in the Free Cities. A little bit more of a piratey accent. He's like, "He was supposed to be dead.
There.
We sent security people to kill. We should have sent criminals. The kobolds could have done better."
Make a deception check.
Knew it.
I'm really looking for deception. 13.
13 deception.
And that's what I was saving the inspiration for in the first place.
Well,
Too
shit
late
happened,
now.
right?
Oh, shit.
Okay.
You're rolling that well enough to... He's bluffing. We don't.
I'm about to take a full-on breath weapon.
All right. So you roll a 13 on deception.
Yeah. Did I?
Who are you speaking to directly?
The Sable Syndicate second in command. And one would hope that Captain Rogar would understand the line.
The Sable Syndicate.
Not the Sable Syndicate, the Mistral Archive second in command. Sorry.
I'm like, wait, what? Is there someone else here?
And the rest of the traveling party with you.
So
No,
before I
That's a
answer-
whole Mistral Archive.
So before I answer, because you say that, you speak that, and you have the hidden item activated. As you perform, I'm going to say, where are you standing?
On the bar.
On top of the bar?
On the bar.
And then you just pour. So you pour the drinks and spills through. And you get on top and
kind of nudge the glass off my foot, you know.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Dramatic flair.
Before they even begin to react, as you speak and finish your sentence, you three, I'm going to go to them so we don't skip them entirely. Good little bird, Butty. Echo, what are you doing?
I want to do an insight to see if there's any truth to that our buddy has sent them saying that we've stolen stuff, that we've been set up, to see if that's
So you
real.
want to insight check the Mistral Archives
Yeah.
squad leader.
Basically to see if it's
Roll an
real
insight.
or if it's not.
Does have
Not as bad as I thought it was going to be, but still not great. Insight 13.
13? I mean, you don't have a lot of experience in finding out deceit of lies. He knows the right people. It's very plausible that maybe, I mean,
I don't know.
Rustborn himself even says he doesn't like following protocol. It's you've seen a small leap go into other territories of he could be the guy manipulating information. So you don't know if he's lying, but that story doesn't make sense. In Rustborn got shot by a cannon.
Yeah.
That would be a pretty far
Jump.
jump in order to say that he was the one that knew everything. But then again, someone could be lying in the chain of command
Yeah.
of like maybe it's not Rustborn, maybe it's someone else, but you don't feel that
Echo
that,
mainly wanted to know if
yeah, you don't
Rustborn
feel that
betrayed
this
us.
leader of the Mystical Archives squad seems to be lying. He feels like he's telling the truth.
Okay.
That's what you get off that insight.
Okay. Still don't know anything.
Oz?
I'm gonna be sitting there just in the corners. Question: Are you guys? I know what you guys are here for. Are you guys together?
You can tell that they're definitely working together. You don't even have to answer that, ask that. You can definitely see that they're coordinating.
Okay.
But you can definitely make an insight check to see if to see how far they're connected.
So, what colors are they wearing? Are they wearing similar
They're-
uniforms? So
Okay.
the ones on the far side.
The far side, they're wearing the blues and blacks, the symbols of the Mystical Archives security personnel. You don't recognize their faces.
Insight on the security personnel, because I don't think those uniforms are theirs.
Make an insight check. That is a very, very keen thing to say. It sucks that you don't have
That is going to be a
wisdom-based
17.
Say again?
17.
17.
Oh.
Because everyone else tried.
La 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 la. And while that's going on, you need to check out Realms of the Raven's Daughter from EHR Books. It's an awesome guide that has a whole bunch of content to support your gaming campaign. You check it out. It's amazing. Also, we're wearing one of their shirts too. Yeah.
I love the sound of the ocean.
Wait, there's an ocean sound?
We just have a short scene of
Oh,
Oz looking around, and then they have like the whole Sherlock Holmes thing of me looking, watching, analyze.
oh yeah, and you're actually the most wisdom. Actually, second. Who's more wise between you two?
I have
I have an 18. I'm good.
You're 18?
I'm the most.
18.
Yeah, we're actually tied up.
I'll
I
be
have an 18 as
19
well.
when we
That
fully
makes
live.
sense. That works out perfectly, considering how
Anyway, but the point is, you get that information, and you are certain with it. What are you doing?
I'm looking casually out the window. Can I see the ground? And how far is it
Oh,
away?
it's pretty dark out there. Make a perception check.
And how far is it away if I can see it?
You're definitely in a cave. You know
We're,
that.
we're moving.
Yeah, you're moving in a cave, and the whole thing is rocking like side to side. And like,
Yeah, but I would hope that well, I would think we're not more than 40 feet above the ground. That's about where we were.
That's not always the case when you're hanging
That
off
is-
the roof, right?
That is very
If
true.
while everybody is distracted, is everybody distracted one that I can pass?
All right, I haven't rolled this
To
one tonight.
trigger
Here we
down
go.
anybody's thing?
Let me finish with this. Remember, I gave everyone.
No, I know.
knowledge and stuff like
I'm
that.
just curious as to whether or not-
Perception.
No, this is all happening at the same time of like half a second of that information was given, and everyone's going, what,
bitch.
and looking around, and then Mr. Perfinius did what he did, which is now the main sole
Oh,
proprietor
Echo
of the
is
attention right
staring
now.
daggers into
Yeah.
you.
We're just lighting fuses left and right over here.
You said perception.
It's
correct?
good because
Yes.
it's giving me
All
time
right,
to
I have a
analyze.
-2 to that, so
I
that's
did
going to be
run
a
the
set
bunny
of,
over with the train.
9.
And it makes sense because you don't have dark
Wasn't
vision.
purposeful.
So
I don't think Echo
Maybe.
saw that.
based off the sound, and the sound is palpable. I mean, you can feel it on your ears because both doors are open on either side of the cart. You don't know. It's dark, and you can see the walls, like, because the light is going out and it's reflecting off the walls in terms of like, oh, there's a wall there. It occasionally expands out and then goes back in.
Is this back door way back here
Closed.
closed? Okay.
I'm gonna go.
I'll tell you right
open
there.
this up over here.
Yeah.
Okay.
The train
What
car's
was your perception,
60
perception check in general?
Is it 60? How long is the train car?
It was
60
11 -2, so 9.
9. That's all you get.
30, 35, 40.
But you can do one more thing if you so desire. That's a quick glance of like, you realize that you're not going to see
55
it
inside,
and hear
5
into
on
the
each side.
darkness and get much.
All right.
So,
Humans, right?
Maybe
60
50.
for each car, specifically, plus 5 on each side.
I don't think that's anything else I can really do at this point.
Okay. I mean, you already tried a charismatic thing that did not mean well. You can,
Yeah, it's
even though
55 inside the train.
his helm is closed, you can't tell if he's looking at you, but you feel that he's looking at you.
Yep.
And
I'm
I'm
gonna
going to roll a d20. Add your wisdom. I know.
His actual wisdom?
His,
That would be helpful.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, roll an Arcana. This is an Arcana. This would be better because this is more of a sorcerer. You can taste magic
Well,
kind of thing.
Unfortunately, I rolled a 6, a 7. We are not rolling well tonight.
What did you get in terms of? Oh no, you got you got advantage on initiative. Yeah.
Yeah, I did advantage on initiative.
Yeah. Okay, so what'd you roll?
I rolled a 6, so it gives me a 7.
This physical presence is almost like intoxicating because you're a person that reacts to magic. You're a sorcerer, right? You don't know where it's coming from, but that side of the car, because he's so close to you, he's just oozing magic. That's all you get. You finish your sentence, and you can see there's a half second as everyone kind of looks at you, including the leader of the Mr. Archives squad that entered the cart, as he kind of gives a little grin and looks over your shoulder towards the paladin. What you say, huh? I know you're not the talking type, but apparently your hired goon over here thinks that I hired him. Very convenient.
Extremely convenient. But to this Dragonborn, somebody monologued to him instead of killing him. It wasn't us.
You notice the paladin looks over towards the leader of the Mr. Archives and speaks for the first time. You do, and it echoes in his helm. You do have a bit of bad habits of doing that. You do, don't I?
Oh.
Fuck.
Set up.
My name is Varlin,
Set up. So bad.
and it's clear that you know too much.
Well, if you didn't talk so much, maybe I wouldn't
You
know
can
so
drop
much.
the attitude. It's very nice that you pretend that you know what you're doing, but you're not.
That's worth a shot.
You know, game respects game.
Or the fact like you stole those uniforms?
But it also means that you're a little morally flexible. And I can see that you're a little tired today, and I can see that you were hired right after the situation at hand. So how about this? I can see that you're not honor bound to solve a situation that is way above your pay grade. I give you this. You give us the item, and he points over. Where is the?
It's with Ozzy.
It's with. Wait, what?
It's all the way with Ozzy.
Yeah.
We left it with Ozzy.
Yeah.
It's in front of the train.
We left it at the front.
Exactly.
We left it at the front.
That's
of the
why I felt fine leaving it with him.
So we snap cut to as he points over to somewhere in the bar of like, we know you have the Runecorn energy core. We want that, and we want his head. As he points to Captain Rogar, and you slam cut over to going stand with Ozzy sitting on top of the Rune energy core that's throbbing with power and divine energies as he's just using it as a booster seat. And he stops for a half second after he goes, and he's like, where is the Rune energy? Regardless, give those two, you don't have to do anything. In fact, I'll even sweeten the deal. You're doing this for pay, yes? How much did they, Mr. Archives, promise you?
Let me check my notes.
It was 500 gold, I think.
Only 500 gold. I hope that was each. Was that... No, I'm talking about this adventure. 500 gold for this adventure. When you had to fight a slew of undead.
How did you know about the undead?
More than 500.
Why, indeed.
How did you know about the undead?
I think we've already established that he was the one who broke the legs.
Allegedly.
Alleged.
Well, they're also not wearing their uniforms. Those aren't their uniforms.
You see the couple of the subordinates next to him kind of like readjust a little bit. And
That
you notice
obviously
that the
doesn't fit you.
shoulders are not like fully filled out or they're overfilled as if...
You also didn't hide the bloodstains.
Well, we did just come from a terrible situation. Health. We just survived a train wreck with a bunch of undead involved. And that is the truth that they will know. But regardless, You need to be paid. Hand over the dragon bone. He's a dead man walking. Hand over the item, the energy, rune core, wherever it may be. Actually,
See,
big man! And he points over to the
actually-
paladin in the back and says, where is this red energy rune core? And you see the paladin lift up his hand and it glows. And you see a small platinum, like, dragon figure fly at about 3 times the speed of sound, but it makes no sound. And goes to the front of the train. Ah! Simpler then. Sorry for that. You get paid. You don't have to go to the Mystical Archive to get paid. And you don't have to get tangled up in this web of terrible situations. That is usually bad for your name and usually leads to imprisonments.
Well, I busted my ass to go on this mission and save that very dragonborn you want. And unfortunately for you, I am not at liberty to discuss why I was paid to do so. But I was paid to do so.
No.
And I intend to.
So I see 2 dead men here. Men? I don't want to get your sex wrong. Either way. And he pulls out what looks to be an energy explosive device, hands it over to one of his subordinates. You know. And you notice that the people in the background that are in the ammo bay over here, starting to place down several explosive devices. Your choice. Do those 2 speak for you? I've been
Okay, how
told
much-
that you just met.
How much money are we talking? Like, platinums? Multiple platinum? Like, what are we talking here?
Well, in theory, you could take that platinum cube of yours and just disappear.
I'd rather not. I know the people I work with. And,
But
you know.
they might think that you died in a terrible explosive.
Something tells me it's not going to be that easy to hide.
But if you want to be more...
Entrepreneurial.
I'd like this guy. You know what? How about this? 1,000 gold up front. Because I want you. This deal's going to expire in about
Okay, so
30
1,000
seconds, of
gold.
course. And you can hear as multiple tick, 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 as multiple explosives are being placed down.
All right, fine. I will take the 1,000 gold. And we'll just go up front.
Start walking. The rest of you can stay still. Make a... First of all, are you... Don't tell me. Roll persuasion or deception. Your choice.
12.
12?
So good. I know, we're terrible.
He rolled higher on his insight. Are you telling the truth?
Yeah.
We're going out.
Well, I'm definitely walking to the front of the train. I'll definitely take his money.
But are you joining his side? That's what he wants to know.
Up in the air. Gotta
Up
keep
in
the
the air?
option open. I gotta keep the options open.
You get a little closer, and he stops you with his metal gauntlet.
What?
Trust goes a long way.
We're going.
I mean, look,
One to talk.
right? You kind of zip
What's
line.
up, dear?
Trust. No, I just said don't talk.
Yeah, it's a little weird to try and talk to Trust when you, you've got crazy paladins and you've got hordes of undead and you kind of came ziplining out of the dark. You know, Trust is a flexible thing. You want to trust me, that's fine. You don't want to trust me, also fine. But if you expect me to trust you, I'm just being pragmatic. Do I want to die? No. Do I want your money? Yes.
Fair enough.
Make a persuasion check with advantage. that is a very
I mean,
let's be honest. That's a very
speaking
good
truth.
guess.
So while all
Don't
this is
want
going
that?
on and
No,
the
don't want
attention is
your money?
focused his way, am I able to try and
It's a
Yeah,
25.
I would allow
quietly like
Let me
pass?
see if I crit.
Yeah.
First one's a
let's-
25.
Let's see the persuasion check.
No.
I would-
18 and 7. So, yeah.
Can I unlock the
Why
window
are you
next
rolling
to me?
twice?
You said
Oh
advantage.
yeah, I did.
Yeah.
So you take the 18.
Yeah,
plus-
this is 7. It's 25.
So 20. Woo! We'll get to that in a moment.
Yeah, so I just kind of want to quietly just, like, behind view and kind of around Rhaegor's back, I just kind of want to, I have a small sword and just kind of push it into his hand so he has something if shit goes down.
And this is a short sword?
Yeah, just as
I think you have a dagger.
Make
+1.
a sleight of hand. This is going to be a higher DC because it's not a dagger. It's a short sword that can be.
Don't you have a dagger?
I do have yes.
+1.
I do have a draconic dagger that I can pass in instead.
Is it like a magical draconic dagger?
It's his. It was in his drawer.
Right. Well, it was a +1 if I remember correctly, or something like that. Yeah. So the DC is lower if you do that one.
This was my sleight of hand.
So, as I'm sitting in the corner,
18.
18.
and this is all going on, I want to unlock my window.
Man, you get the dagger to him. Anything you're doing, don't worry. I'm going to go around because you're allowing to be the front man in terms of communication.
I've been eyeing Brian for a while to see if I can nod some sort of.
Brian
communication.
Landner is currently just continually making drinks right now, and he's been in a bar.
He's making a bunch of drinks. He's
Yeah.
tossing a lot of bottles and whatnot. I'd like to just slide him one extra bottle to
Okay.
maybe continue that sliding to the Dragonborn.
Okay. And to what gain? What are you trying to do at the end?
I'm trying to slide that across the floor.
Interesting. So you're making a mixed drink here?
Yes.
Interesting. Going to make a sleight of hand check. This is going to be funny if this works.
It's a 25.
25.
No way!
So, oh god, and that's another. Hold on, no. Yeah, that was seamless. So and it's classic cowboy. This is cowboy western here. All right. So, as the Changeling Warforged, whatever its name is right now, as he's currently shake, pours the drink in front of you, and you can see he's doing a little fancy, click, 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 throws the cup, throws a cup, takes the potion, throws the cup in, and does the 3 drink pour, and then starts washing it, starts ragging the materials that he was using and stuff like that. And you notice that the thing that you slid over is currently a drink sitting in front of Captain Rogar, along with 3 other drinks of regular proportions.
Where's Captain Rogar again?
Captain Rogar is the golden dragonborn nature.
He can just be like,
Yeah, and
Which is
no,
where-
Captain Rogar. I know.
which is-
I'm going to say
Point him out on the.
so that
on the-
he knows where at least he knows to drink it.
Captain Rogar. You're looking at. He's a smart person. He's very in tune to his surroundings to the point that even normal fighters would be envious of. But you can So he catches on immediately. He catches on to you. In what you're saying, because he rolled high enough on his insight. He sees the dagger, he sees the potion, he's making note of allies right now, and he's listening to what the lizard said.
I'd also, just real quick, sorry, logistical question. What is the order of these?
Front of the train,
Front of the train.
second front, back. So it goes this way.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
We don't have enough of
This is all the front of it. This is all the back
Awesome.
of it.
Trains are long.
The other
We
thing
go
I'd
from
like
here
do
to there.
is
Yes.
notice exactly where they're putting the bombs over here.
That is going to take time that you didn't use to do that. You do the potion without them noticing, with them overbearing, and you can tell the paladin has taken a few steps forward in preparations of what's going to happen.
Got it. Understood.
Which is never ends well. And being part of the nation that's part of what the Inquisitions of the Church and as you look at the I'll give this one free. This is the Inquisition to the House of All Church. And you can read in Celestial, "Thy will shall be done by the gauntlets of my murderous fist."
Yeah, right now, my greatest.
What would you like to do? I have not forgot about the persuasion check. We're just everyone gets
Yeah, no
a
worries,
little
no
bit
worries.
more time.
I mean, if possible, I want to move closer to Oz. I'm already close to Oz, but I want to try to.
Make a persuasion check because things are getting a little tense.
Oh yeah,
Did
I mean
Ozzy
they've
do that?
already marked me for
Ozzy.
death in their eyes,
Oh,
so
yes, yes.
as well as Oz, so it makes sense to put the prisoners closer together.
Yeah, so make a persuasion check of trying to be like, I'm a timid bird person. That
I'm scared.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
scared.
no.
This is a scare routine,
Her
right?
feathers are all
okay. It's
fluffed
okay.
up.
Yeah, because technically
Second
these
help
guys,
action.
they know a little bit of intel, but they're not enough intel of like, you are a druid, don't fucking look away.
You said what check?
A persuasion.
Persuasion.
Yes. So it's D20 plus charisma.
It's 12.
It's 12.
Yeah.
Odds or even.
Odds.
Natural 1.
Nice.
That's an odd. You notice a couple of
I wish
the.
that natural was on
Where
something
are you
else.
right now?
I'm literally like in front
Yeah,
of
you're
Oz.
right in front of
I'm
him.
right next to him.
Yeah, you notice that the two lackeys that are also like very religious. Sorry, oh no, sorry, you're over where?
I
At
was
the other end.
literally sitting right here.
Oh yeah. That's where I thought you were. So yeah, you see that the religious zealots that have melee capabilities, and you can see the sheen of the sword. They're actually physically glowing white.
Yeah, her feathers puff up.
Yeah,
She just like
And they're
curls
just,
up
like-
against his
and you can
leg.
see a couple that like you see like they have like lesser gear than the main honcho himself. You see that like their Jones, they kind of look. The subordinate paladin, lackey paladin, looks over to his left and goes, "Look at this thing."
She makes like a little whimper, like chittering sound of nervousness.
What languages do you know again?
Druidic, feather speech, and Sylvan.
Okay. You catch this because you can speak it. You hear in Celestial, but in Draconic Celestial. It's a subdomain anyway. You hear Celestial go off and go, "Look at this primitive. It's our service to put them down anyway." Ozzy. Sorry, Oz, not Ozzy. Ozzy's singing.
Yeah.
Did he get that message, by the way?
We don't know. It's a one-way.
It's a one-way. How you know?
We just hope.
Yep.
Hopes and prayers.
I need you to get small.
Small.
I'm going to sleight of hand unlock my window.
Make a sleight of hand.
It's not good.
Did we get our spells back from a short rest or no? No, we don't.
Warlocks, I think. Right?
I didn't get that as an option.
That'd be a 10.
You know what? I'm going to say yes. You got your spell slots back.
Really?
Yes, because I said you got your max hit points back.
Oh, true.
So yes, I'm going to say you got your spell points back.
Okay.
But I didn't give that as an option of like you get the next tier of spells because I didn't think about that. Anyway, for future preference,
That would be a 10.
a 10. Make a wisdom saving throw.
Saving throw. Okay.
Yes.
That was that. 22.
22. You feel something in the background as a whole person is placed on you, as one of the clerics in the background tries to cast a spell on you, and the paladin begins to move towards you. You have half as you see.
I am grabbing my bird and out the window I go.
Okay, so we'll get to that in a half second as we're about to roll
Wow.
initiative. So
Here we go.
So you see that about to happen. Is there anything you want to do that you may or may not be considered problematic?
I can't see the ground.
Nope. It is
see in the dark
dark.
at
You're
all.
moving. You don't know how fast you're moving. You hear tick, 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 ticks.
All right, so
roll a d4.
interpretation, please, of a spell.
Okay.
Says that I have to. Let me read the description here.
You can say what spell you're
Well,
casting.
it's vortex warp.
Oh, vortex. Okay, so that one. So
It says
And you count as a small creature for me, so it's really easy to pick you up.
if it's line of
target must.
sight,
Okay, no. Okay. Teleport to an obvious space of your choice that you can see within range. The chosen space must be on a surface or a liquid that can support the target without the target having to squeeze.
unfortunately, since you cannot see into the darkness that is the Underdark,
I can.
that doesn't matter in
yeah.
this spell context.
That's true.
Unfortunately, it's a no because you have to see.
So I can't even see a wall. Well,
You can see in the train,
yeah, I can see in the
but
train.
outside, no.
So, Is the door open on the? Oh wait, it doesn't matter. Oh wait, the door's probably open here too.
Door's open there because we can.
we can.
Yeah, you can
them.
see people moving around and stuff like that. Go to roll a perception check.
All right, I'm gonna do another die here. I'm gonna try and give it a go because I've been rolling pretty bad lately. There we go. You can stay. Perception is a -2, so a 15.
That's pretty good. Okay, you see. I'm going to take this miniature and place him right here. As you hear a door open, and those that can see with a passive perception of 15 or higher, you see a small little Aussie robotic arm that has a current best engineer in the world mug that open up the door and just and sees like the various individuals in the background currently setting explosive charge and look, he goes, and he pulls a lever on his over vest, and you see clunk, 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 and something inside that artillery cannon area, and something in the ceiling that was recessed unresets, and there's like a doggy door at the top of it as you're as a mechanical hound the size of a small horse comes out and just full blown grabs the lever, twists over, rotates the body, and lands on the floor and begins the assault. I need everyone to roll initiative.
At least someone has advantage on it.
Oh, he's good.
Yeah, so
Here we
Oh,
go.
Lord.
yeah, here we
10.
go.
Nat 20.
Good.
18. We'll wait for numbers.
I'm gonna roll real quick on my stuff. Oh,
All right. Shit's going down.
yes it is. Rogar just rolled a natural 20 as well. He was ready.
He was
Speaking
itching. He was
of-
itching the whole
Oh, he
time.
was ready.
Since they asked me to walk, did I move from where I am? Like, how far did I get before he stopped
You
me?
are standing in front of the leader right now.
He's the one with the whip, right?
Yes, he's the tiefling with the purple energies nonsense going around his body. He's human, but eye-catching miniature, so to speak, right?
Yeah. I just wanted to make sure I was in the right
Leaves?
place.
Leaves? Yeah, okay.
That one, I know it has letter in it already.
Yeah, right. There is lead in it, but anyway. So, Rogar, I got a natural 20, yo.
Well, we tried.
Hey, you guys still got a lot of information and stuff like that. It's just that they gave you a pretty shitty. Let me just double check. Equipment real quick. Does he have advantage? I don't think he does. Oh no, he can add 6, which he's gonna do. Because items. That guy. Did you know that
Oh, wait.
combatants can use magical items too?
Oh, shoot.
What?
So mine's actually 24.
Remember, if you roll a natural 20, you add 5 to it because it's counts
Oh,
as
well, then never
ability.
mind. I forgot it.
So it's
'cause I didn't
29.
realize it was I got +4 to initiative.
Did you roll
So
an
29.
So
Got
you
29.
rolled a nat 20, right?
Yeah.
So
Yes,
it's 29 plus
Or
your...
speaking of
Oh,
which,
so
Rogar got
29.
a natural 22, so
house,
that goes from
house rolls are
26
plus
to...
5, and it's a -5 to roll a 1.
Yes.
So you got a 29.
Well, you rolled a nat 20, right?
Yeah.
So
Why?
you rolled a nat
Because
20, you add your 8.
Sometimes you can roll that 20. It's not
So you get
30, so
28 plus your
see.
5 from the house roll. So you get 33, and then you have Dread Ambusher.
You can still fail even if it's
Quarter.
4.
37.
So I'm at 37? Jesus.
Yeah.
37 initiative.
What the hell?
Go
She
twice.
rolled a nat 20, gets
Right.
+4 from Dread Ambusher,
So,
+5 from
as
the
she
house
travels
roll.
backward in
Boy.
time,
You act a full round before anyone else.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get the combatants
I'm
out.
37?
You said-
Damn. How's that?
She's got +8 to start with,
Oh my god.
plus the other 4 from Dread Ambusher.
+5.
That's fine from you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god, that's insane.
Oh boy.
Sorry, doing all the calculations.
Yeah, that's like +18.
Yeah, and like on my with the Dread Ambusher, with the attack action, I get one additional weapon attack as part
Did
of
I
the first
hand you
turn.
a phantom hound
Plus
somewhere?
1d8 damage.
There's a
You
glass
handed me a
hound over
coat
here.
hand?
Yeah. So that is actually in the sorry about
The
that.
cannon mode.
I was
Yeah,
gonna
they
say,
have a
use your
mechanical.
finger.
They have a mechanical hound with them.
All right,
Plus
so
8
it's
initiative,
here.
I'd actually already
Okay.
count the plus 4.
Is it? Where is it specifically? Would you like it?
I'm gonna say
Your
it's
4
right
here plus your
here.
proficiency, right?
Oh, back here.
Yeah, it's right there because it's guarding between.
Well, your proficiency.
There's okay, so there needs to
So
be
you
2
have 4
more of
plus
these
your
guys in
proficiency.
this chamber now.
Okay.
So
Well, you're
Wait,
basically your level.
Do you have proficiency to initiative?
Maybe not.
get
Maybe that
the
plus 8
roguish
is including the
looking
dread
guy.
ambusher.
Because then it would be 4 plus 4. Make it.
Well, it's
So-
still 30 something.
Yeah, 33. It's still-
Roguish looking?
Yeah, roguish looking. They have
It's
lighter
33
armor.
still.
So
Where are we putting them?
in the bay over here because they were arming explosives.
All right, we need 2 more down in here, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're doing it because there was a little bit of story play. That
Are
was
they
going on.
are they doing them anywhere, or are they just doing them all
I
in
will
one
get
area?
to that in a
Okay.
moment.
I would,
You guys are not in the room, so you don't know where they're doing it
yeah, true.
and how many they placed down. Sorry, I'm rolling a bunch of dice.
You need climb speed.
Downside of not being on a digital platform, you can't just do initiative and everyone rolls initiative immediately, right? Okay,
It might be a slow.
we shall go from the top. 40 to 35.
40 to 35.
So
What's your-
you're actually 33, I think.
33. Oh,
Yeah! Anyway, 33?
yeah.
33 or
I've
something
never
like that.
seen anything higher than 30 before. You're level 3 and you did a 33. What the hell?
Spell your name again.
Which one?
2 R's.
M-O-R-I.
Without laughing. Without laughing.
M-O-R-R-I-G-A.
So help me out.
Sorry.
I moved to 60.
I just noticed that my first part
And
is hurt.
fun. Okay, so anyone else in the 30s?
Not yet.
Captain Rogar with a natural 20 is on a 31 initiative count.
Damn.
He's also level 12 or something.
He's a badass with no weapons.
He's a dagger.
Yeah, I mean, he's gonna have to go John Wick on people's asses, but you know.
That's fine.
It doesn't work.
All right, 30 to 25.
25.
25. And what's the initiative for Brian Latner's character?
Oh. It's a.
Because I know he's like crazy high too.
You got a 24.
24. That works out. So Bridget. What was the one of the? No, I'm just gonna say Heos. I know that's his real name, but you don't. You might not.
Combo regard.
Yeah. Check initiatives. 20 to 25, going once, going twice. Okay. Scratching yourself. You having fun with that hand? All right. 20 to 15.
18.
16.
15.
So we got 18. Okay. What is your dex?
It was nice you did it in orbit.
16.
16. You beat them. So, spell your name again.
Gideon. Gideon.
Gideon. Owen?
Yes.
Gideon. Not Gideon.
Let me know when you're done with the initiatives.
I am going as fast as I can. Sorry.
Oh no, you're fine. I just have a thing that happens during initiative, so I want to be a recorder.
I see. All right.
The big book of animals.
And spells. Spells. Yes.
So, actually, yeah, it kind of works out that way. Okay, so
Soon.
so now we got 16.
16.
Okay. Mr. Oz. By the way, I named Ozzy before you gave me your name. So it was just
That's fine.
happenstance. It happens. Even in fantasy, people can have the same-ish names.
Everybody's same name.
15?
15.
What's your dex?
18.
You beat him,
Yay!
which actually probably saved your life.
Yeah.
Oh!
Because you beat the High Inquisitor.
Oh!
Yeah, and he's one of the paladins. You know this paladins.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they're nukers.
I played the Baldur's Gate guy.
Baldur's Gate.
I played
How many
Baldur's
spells do you
Gate.
have?
How many
How many
times? I smite thee, son of a bitch! Exit, sir! No!
We tried to do that
No swearing.
with 3 characters, trying to get
No
Carla.
swearing.
Just the 3 of us. We barely
Yep.
made it alive.
How many spell slots do you have? You mean how many smites do I have?
Yeah, that'd be right.
I don't like paladins
Turns into
when
that.
they're not on our side.
Echo, spell your name again. E.
ECHO.
Okay.
It'd be really
I was
funny
just
if it had
overthinking.
two
Literally just
C's.
Echo.
Yeah.
Just 2 C's.
For
No
no
H.
reason.
Be Echo, but no H.
ECCO.
Yeah.
The extra O is silent.
Just a GH on the end.
It's just Echo.
15 to 10.
10.
Understandable.
I think you're the last one?
Yeah.
You're the last one. So,
Yeah, I'm the
all right.
last one.
We'll get to you in a moment. 14. Ah.
It's too big before now. That's first of all.
Yay.
What flavor of ring is that? Is that like a...
Flavor of ring?
Yeah, is
It's
it...
the comfort one.
Oh, okay.
Blue mana dice with a little
And then
greater.
Ozzy's
Really?
Hunker.
I have a squishy.
I got rock.
It's just stainless steel blue
I
mana
got a
dice.
rock.
This rock likes to slice him up randomly, and because I forget it's sharp.
Wow, sorry for the long
Just
initiative
stop
track there,
backhanding
everyone.
it.
It's all
Yeah.
good.
Ring of backhanding +1 is just a giant rock on a ring.
Just a ring with a knife on it.
What do you
My
got?
kid
A
here.
knife! No! Anyway, sorry.
That's a
Ring
pinky
back
ring
in.
though for
Oh,
your
careful,
campaign.
honey. That bird's
I
got a
figured we
knife.
were getting in a fight today, so I
yeah.
was sure to wear my little knives.
Alright, guys, knives out.
It's like, what's wrong
Knives
with this?
out.
Like, why do I kill people and I eat human hands? That's 2 things.
I love that.
The next thing is I can never be disarmed.
Do you hear that?
Intentionally.
That's the sound of
I mean,
forgiveness.
do you
That's the sound
regrow
of
them?
people drowning, Carl. Yes, exactly.
That's the
Screaming
thing about
in silence.
astral self.
Good.
I don't need to have
Love
arms to
that.
use my arms.
Have you seen the one
Then
they
we go
did
to
to wrap up the
12.
whole thing?
Yeah.
They did a recent llama with hat one
Oh, really?
to like summarize the whole thing. It was funny and depressing, but funny. Carl, Carl.
Stop
Kills
Uh,
people.
I know this is a
Using
stupid
a
question.
pistol.
What's your dex?
These aren't mine, these are just my spare.
My hunger.
What's your dex, Profanius?
17.
17? Yeah, you beat them.
We are all very
Somebody's
dexterous
making the
people.
rumble
Spell your
so
name
only
one more
hands
time.
can say that's
P-E-R-P-H-I-N-E-A-S.
Profanius.
It's been a month since I
I
spoke.
realized that it's Perp. the first 4 letters of his name was Perp.
Yeah, but
Huh.
it's also a halfling. Sorry,
that makes
I
sense.
know his
No.
name. Know
Yeah.
his name.
That's funny.
Did it on
Yeah.
purpose.
That's funny given your backstory.
Yeah, extremely.
We would, our characters wouldn't know, but that is funny.
Somebody with some intelligence, like, hey.
Yeah.
The perp.
You seem pretty sketchy, and that name seems pretty convenient.
Right?
That can't be you, obviously.
Yeah.
No, that's too
It's
obvious.
spooking me.
That'd be way too obvious.
That's too obvious. Too obvious.
And that's why it's not.
Unless.
So, as things start to go down individually, the whole carriage between the paladin moving with intent, which is always a bad thing,
Yeah.
as a religious zealot looks towards thee, and Celestia says, "Smite the wicked and unclean, for not for that what they do, but for merely existing." As he comes over to try.
So Mavericks, which is what Brian Latner's character
Mm-hmm.
is, get an ability called Snapshot. When you roll initiative, you can draw your weapon and fire.
Yeah, that is so good. So he's like, he's cleaning the bar, and then somebody, "Whoa!"
So he's gonna pull out his
That's
rifle
so
and
It really is a
paladin.
Western
in his hand cannon.
bar battle.
Yeah, just bang!
That is.
Starting good.
I love it.
starting
I
good
can
night.
see it in a Western movie.
Oh, absolutely.
Everything's called one person, the bartender.
Oh, it's always the bartender.
The bartender, how
always
the
starts the
well
shot.
dare you interrupt my bar?
I mean, he's just distributing shots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does that hit?
I hope it
Shots.
Up
If
left.
he does, if it doesn't, we're all fucked.
If it doesn't, I'm hopping out the window.
Now, is it at the start of the initiative?
So it is.
What is the?
When you
actual-
roll initiative, you can spend 1 grit point. You have to spend a grit point.
So okay, that means the paladin does have it has initiative. That means he has a reaction. He's going to spend a reaction to do shield.
Ooh.
Oh wait, no, at 24,
Yeah.
still hits. Barely!
Oh.
So you can see a divine shield, or it's almost a draconic image, a visage, shows
goes to
around
flames
the
here.
paladin with its celestial wings wrapping around the paladin himself, and the Heos himself shoots, hits the wing, and it like microseconds, it bursts through like a glass.
Oh. Badass.
Roll the damage.
13.
13. Hey, starts it off.
13
But that is the gunshot that
That's
starts
13 less.
everything.
Is my blessing still? Is the blessing you gave me still active?
The consecrate? It should be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is
Oh,
a
what
long
was that
rest.
one again?
They'll go
You
on,
have
go
not
on
had a
long
long
rest.
rest, so it still lasts.
Okay, what's the?
It just turns your damage into radiant, and it gives bonus damage to undead, which unfortunately doesn't
And,
work
how,
against
much,
That's
them.
okay.
how much damage was it again?
13.
13.
9 plus 4.
Paladin's
Okay.
still at full health.
Yeah.
Where is he on
It's the
here?
attention off of me.
High Inquisitor. Okay. Starts it off heavy. But with that gunshot that starts everything as you all and everyone goes whoosh in this bullet time, right? As people are going into full-blown diving into cover, people are about to shoot. You can see people about to throw grenades and other divine spells of the other card. It is contrast of fighting styles with you in the nitty-gritty of terrible choices sandwich. We're going to pause here, take a small little break to gather our heads before we go into
Cliffhanger!
Murder Town and possibly jumping out the window.
Possibly no, that's my plan. That was the plan from the
Still
start.
happening.
Before any of this happened.
We're still going out the window.
From the moment I knew they were wearing their different uniforms, I was going out the window.
Yep, this is a bad situation, but you got some information.
Yeah.
Till next time, everyone, stay healthy, stay safe, and keep on rolling. I did it!